Lufefe is a young entrepreneur from the Township who started a business, 4 neighbors of him, 4 bunches of spinach from a garden that I used to volunteer from. And those are the resources for me to start a business. And that actually made me famous. And because it was so rare from where I'm coming from to start something with the little we have. So Lufefe is a bootstrap, as an entrepreneur, as a social entrepreneur, but at the same time, he's also, a boy from the township as well, just like any other, young entrepreneur that comes from. Yeah, so Spinach King is actually the incorporation of spinach in daily consumer products. So that's why Spinach King, with a range of spinach products from gluten-free spinach breads, first of its kind, invented, products that you will not get anywhere but here. But mostly, we're dealing with, products that are nutritious, products that are gluten-free, as I said, but at the same time, we're more focused on organic food, as I said. So our market, we've got about 180 retail stores. We are actually supplying throughout the country. In Joburg now, we are actually going to, now that we are opening this factory, we have opened the factory. We now actually have a contract with 180, with hundreds on supply, selected spot stores, pick and pay stores, as well as organic stores and health stores around Cape Town, northern and southern suburbs, Western Cape, Peter Maritzburg, pick and pay. We do them as well. So we are B2B and B2C sort of like focused.
So I see if at some point you develop a relationship with SEFA. Please tell us why you approached SEFA and how SEFA assisted you and how's the business doing now since you got this kind of assistance.
When you're looking at like in the financial system itself, like funding as well. If you you start a business, you definitely will go and open up a bank account. So that's actually the traditional way of doing things, and then you develop a certain credibility and a certain perform to a level where now you can actually get facilities, and those facilities are actually equivalent to what you're making. So you cannot get more than what you're not making. So that actually made me to look at like the state's governmental bank that can actually have an angle of supporting entrepreneurs as opposed to only looking at how much are you putting in the bank only. For sure, of course, what I like about SEFA is that also you are able to, motivate, that this is what you can do, projecting based on the contracts you have, purchase orders you have, and that makes it easy for you now to access the money that you're going to use to get to that point. So that for me became something that was amazing, and I looked for this bank, and definitely it's a governmental bank.
So what is it that SEFA then assisted you with? Was it for working capital? Was it for buying stock? Was it for what was it for?
Yeah, so the first funding I got from SEFA actually, because I developed a sense of a relationship, I developed a sense of like credibility with SEFA. So the first funding we got, it was like about 300K, which was much more of sort of like operational stability, because we were now somehow needing, working capital, distribution. We also needed, to expand the business, get more clients. So we got all of that from them. That was the first one, and then of course, this is now the second phase, or second segment of the funding, and this is the funding now, the ultimate funding that we got. This has been a dream. Like from where we're coming from, we've got 2 branches of the container. But now, if you're looking at what we have here, it's actually the whole supermarket of Spar, and the machinery we use and we have inside, of course. A machinery of a higher magnitude, also, of course. You don't even get them from the retailers. So, right now, we are at a phase where we're able now to actually ramp up the production of about 10,000 items at a time. And as technological as possible, a couple of millions we got from sefa to actually secure that and some working capital to take care, of course, of the operations as you can see. So we're ramping up the production, working day and night, and good things are done. So I'm very grateful. And of course, thanks to sefa that we are able now to tell into our dream instead of getting funding of what we all need to sell at a particular time, which now we can motivate and say, here are the purchase orders, here are the contracts. I mean, we need to move to this segment, but we cannot move there if we are funded by only the bank, because they can only limit you to what you put in. I mean, looking at the first funding, of course, it was so easy. The process is easy, not tedious, not intricate. You just actually apply. There's an application form. There are people to assist you through the process as well if you are stuck somewhere. But the most important thing that I think most of the businesses will have to organize whenever they apply. You must always, all the time, have the motivation as to, if you cannot now get this, then what is the guarantee that you can get it to work in the sense of contracts, in the sense of purchase orders? So for me, it became a business process. One. Secondly, if you are looking now at this second phase of funding, that one is not easy, and I wouldn't be lying. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's difficult, but it's a tough one, because now you are aiming for something bigger, and at the same time, it's not like a TREP. For instance, we got a TREP which was much more bakeries and township empowerment, but now this one, I would say, if there were big boys, I would say it's for big boys, because you gotta know what you are actually applying for. But I like it because the process was not as short, but it was not as long as what you would anticipate when you're actually getting money from America, from funders. I know even the due diligence that you get from investors as well might not be as that one, which is very important for you to know this money you are looking for enough or more, you understand, or less. So the due diligence takes place there in the process, which I expect. So I'll say, there's nothing much to improve on the bigger one, because if you're aiming big, you gotta know your stuff. You gotta have, for instance, as you can see the infographic there. From 2011 on 2023, we're getting this year. You understand, in terms of capacity, in terms of bakery of this magnitude. So I would say, effective of this magnitude, this machinery that we have. So, and of course, you look at even the space itself and the restaurant itself. It's not just made. You look at the floor; it's an epox, done by our own as well. That for us is very important when we're looking at how